Hello students, let me get this on. I've got the feet on the nightstand, front foot yesterday, put the two side feet on today. Next is getting the doors on and maybe cutting the back to fit. I don't put the back on until after the finish has been sprayed. I've still got a lot of sanding to do as well. The tops downstairs, the prototype took 3.5 hours last night to run, so we're going to up the speed on it and see if we can get it maybe in half that time. And then maybe some epoxy tomorrow. I wanted to spend some time here showing you the process of putting on the hinges. So if I flip these over, I'll show you that process. I've got one set of hinges on here. So first thing you're going to want to do, the plan says come down, I believe it was 1.5 inches. Yep, and we made a mark. So I'm going to put that hinge just over the mark so I don't have to sand that mark off, right? And then up 1.5 inches, same thing. Make your mark, put your hinge over the mark, and then what you want to do is use a sharp scratch awl, and you want to mark the centers of each of the holes in the hinge so you can accurately find that with the drill bit. That drill bit needs to be sized according to your screw, and want to make a point here. There are two different sizes of screws with these hinges, okay? And the small fit on the hinge, and then the bigger ones will go into the face frame. Okay, so that'll be the next step, the next video after I get these onto the doors. So I've marked those. Then notice I've got a piece of tape on my drill bit. That's telling me when to stop. I don't want to go clear through the door, right? So I'm taking it into the tape there. So straight down best we can. All right. Ooh, my tape moved. That's not good. Tell me I didn't drill clear through. Oh, Lordy, I sure did on one. Gonna have to fill that. Oh boy, tell you what, some days, not good. All right, so you guys caught me making a mistake. And it's early morning. I need another cup of coffee, I guess. All right, so let's put these hinges on. Doggone it. And I've got this thing set at a torque of 6 so it doesn't strip the heads off of these soft screws. Okay. These are a self-closing type of hinge, so it's got a spring in it. The hinge fits up tight to the door. So we've got our hinges on the doors. You can see I've still got a lot of filling to do, right? My brads haven't been filled yet. I haven't sanded. I haven't scraped some of the glue off. Still got pencil lines and chalk lines. All of that's got to come off. All right, next I've measured halfway. So 15 3/4 was the length of our stile. Half of that is 7 7/8. And then I came in halfway horizontally, 1 inch for a 2-inch stile, and there's our mark. So with the scratch awl, remember that helps the bit stay right where you want it to be, centered. Otherwise your bit tends to want to run on you. And this one will go clear through. How do you size your bit? Well, you want it to be the shank size of the screw, right? Not as big as the threads, but just as big as the shank. The thread should be bigger than your drill bit, okay? This one is going clear through, so I want it the same size as the threads. I want it to fit loosely through. So what did I use on this one? Looks like a 5/32 was the right size. Being we are going clear through, we want a sacrificial board so we don't have a major tear out on the back side when we come through. And I don't want to go into my table. So here we go. See if I made it through. Yep. Same thing on the other door. That's a new bit. Not sure why it's smoking. I guess. Ouch. Maybe that softwood there. Okay. So now this should fit through. Might need to ream it out just a little bit. Okay. That should work. There we go. And our knob. You students can bring your own hardware if you don't like the color or style of the hardware that's provided. That's an option. So you'd have to bring it in early to make sure we're drilling the right size of holes, right? Yeah, that needs reamed out as well. Okay. All right, so there I came through on 2 of those holes with my tape slipping. Shame on me. Good thing we had some plastic wood, some putty to fill in there. Hopefully make it so you can't even see it. So there's our doors. We'll be attaching them on the next video. They're spring loaded, so what you have to do on these doors is when we put them on the face frame and we get them all centered where they need to go, and we'll put a spacer in between them, so a slight crack in between the doors. Then we have to push down. Watch the hinge. See how it moves? We have to push it down to find our centers before we drill, and so that's a little bit of a trick. I usually like an extra set of hands for that part, but we'll get the doors on next, and we'll get the top on shortly as well, starting to look like a cabinet. Talk to you guys next time.